And this is exactly why, my gorgeous Capricornius, your patience is about to start paying off like never before. Seriously, this month is most certainly going to be the month you're gonna remember for the rest of your life. Not only when it comes to numerology, you've got numbers 669. This is a very powerful combination of numbers, and it's clearly indicating the fact that something negative is going to come to an end. But more importantly, or most importantly, the first 9 days are gonna be very, very telling indeed. The first 9 days of October, my gorgeous Capricornius, this in itself is gonna be so obvious to you when it comes to, especially when I said that, you know, your patience is about to start paying off. But this in itself is gonna be consisting of exactly what is gonna take place within the first 9 days of October. Within the first 9 days of October, you are going to have such a positive news. Oh my God, you are going to have a really positive news within the first 9 days of October. And you know, I've got mixed feelings when it comes to this news, because this news, it's a lot about, you know, something that means to you so much, but then at the same time, it's also a lot about something you have been a little bit anxious about for a while. So this good news, it's this positive, really positive news, is going to elevate you within the first 9 days of October. And this in itself is going to change your whole month, okay? And I mean this in the best possible way, because in the first 9 days of October, it's not only about, you know, you having this really positive message, you know, it's more about you realizing exactly what are you going to do. So this is the bottom line. Okay, this is the direct result of all your efforts. This is the direct result, you know, of all your hard work. This is the direct result of everything you've been through in your entire life, because this is going to be really, really big. This is a highly transformative time you are entering right now, and I really hope you feel it. From the beginning of October, you know, like you are going to start literally kind of you will start feeling that there are changes which are going to start taking place. You will be able to feel like major changes are coming, but you're not going to be able to explain exactly what this is going to be. But this in itself is going to be big for you, because you are naturally extremely intuitive. So this in itself, it's really going to also at the same time start opening your mind. It is very important to understand that now it's time to step out of your comfort zone. The first 9 days of October, it's not only about this positive message, but it's more about what are you gonna realize that you wanna do. Oh my God, you're gonna realize, my gorgeous Capricornius, there is something you wanna do so badly. You know, this is to do with you realizing your desires, my gorgeous Capricornius, and you are gonna start feeling so excited about yourself and so excited about your life. And also, one thing that I didn't mention about this important message you're going to have, important information, this positive message, you know, it's a lot about you being able to relax at this moment in time. But this beautiful feeling that you are going to have, it's also going to be primarily responsible when it comes to you, my gorgeous Capricornius, realizing some kind of abilities, these amazing abilities, something that you're so good at, something that you're so great at. So the part of this message that you're gonna have, you know, within the first 9 days, it's also going to open your mind towards something that you're so good at, towards something that you're so great at, towards something that you're so amazing at. And yes, my gorgeous Capricornius, you guessed, this is a lot to do with your destiny. destiny. And it's a lot to do with you finding yourself on your own path towards your own destiny. And that's why you're going to feel different. This feeling, it's going to be, whoa, different to everything you experienced so far in your life. So that's what I mean when I say like, oh my God, you're going to realize exactly what do you want to do, what do you want to do, what do you want to do. You're going to be so excited, you know. And I know the 9th of October, especially the 9th of October, it's going to play such an important role. Like, my God, on the 9th of October specifically, you're going to be so excited. You're going to realize exactly what do you want to do. You're going to realize exactly which path you want to take, my gorgeous Capricornius. You are going to feel so rejuvenated. Oh my God, the beginning of your own rebirth, the beginning of a whole new stage in your life, it's about to take place. So this is what I mean when I say your patience is about to be rewarded. This is what I mean when I say that you're going to realize so badly what do you want to do. And on the 9th of October especially, there are going to be all sorts of ideas, all sorts of realizations. Oh my God, it's brilliant. And at the same time, you know, you need to understand that the first 9 days of October, this is going to be the time of your life where your third eye, your third psychic eye, it's going to be open. You will see truth, my gorgeous Capricornius, for what it is. So you have to follow your intuition. You need to trust your intuition, because all I can say to you, you are going to exceed your own expectations with whatever you are gonna kind of realize you wanna do, you wanna start. This in itself is the beginning of such a beautiful journey, but you're also going to realize something major you want to start, something major you want to begin with. This is marking such a sacred stage of your life. The month of October so far, my gorgeous Capricornius, it's actually going to be the best in terms of you having this, you know, the beginning of such a beautiful transformation. Open your mind and see where this is going to take you. Let me tell you that you need to remember one thing. You are going to exceed your own expectations, which whatever is here on your mind, whatever you're going to think that you're going to do. I know it's the beginning of some kind of a project, or it's the beginning of a whole new stage, but this is going to be absolutely brilliant. Just remember, you will exceed your own expectations when it comes to this indeed. The second important date, my gorgeous Capricornius, is going to be on the 11th of October. Now, on the 11th of October, sorry, you are going to have a very unusual sign. And I'm not surprised. Very strange sign, very strange omen. And I'm not surprised. You know why? Because obviously we are right now in October. And October, on the 31st of October, it's the time when the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. But it's not only about the 31st of October, it's about the whole month. What am I trying to say here? That the whole month is going to be extremely spiritual. We will understand things on a completely different level. We will have different realizations, different ideas, when it comes to the month of October, because this is what this energy is going to do. This energy is going to contribute a lot towards us, like kind of a needing to step into the certain stages of our lives, but it's also going to contribute towards us having subtle signs throughout the month of October, guiding us towards like experiencing certain things, finding out more about certain things, trying certain things, and exploring certain things, and there are going to be lots of things you never thought about before, and now suddenly you are going to feel the need to explore and to find out a little bit more about it. This is all part of this progress that I'm talking about. So when it comes to the 11th of October, especially this day being number 11, it's a lot about our own awakening. And it's a lot about things that we can only realize on this particular day about ourselves, which are going to be so deep, So you are going to have a sign. You are going to have an unusual sign, an unusual omen on this particular day. And this sign, it's going to you know, it's going to be very strange and very unusual. And you will know that the moment in time you have this sign, my gorgeous Capricornius, you will know what exactly do you need to detach yourself immediately from. Okay? This is so important. So when you have this unusual and rather strange sign, strange omen on the 11th of October, you need to realize the moment in time you have this sign, you will realize at that very second, what do you need to detach yourself from immediately. Okay, because by you detaching something that's, you know, not very good for you, obviously, something that it's like creating lots of darkness and negativity maybe in your life, something that's causing you to think negative, and something that has been restricting you for absolute ages. So you really kind of need to do this immediately. By you detaching yourself from this, you know, you really are going to be so much happier. By you detaching yourself, you're going to be so much happier, and you are going to be able to do things that you're not able to do now. So when it comes to your personal progress and the personal evolution, this is something you need to do immediately. So that sign is going to make you aware of straight away, that very second, what do you need to detach yourself from immediately. And that sign that you're going to have, yes, it's going to be strange, yes, it's going to be unusual, but it's going to happen in that particular way. When you have that sign is going to be all about you detaching yourself from something. You know, it's like very difficult to explain how this is going to happen, but the sign that you're going to see, it's all going to be about the fact that, you know, whatever you see, it's going to remind you of you just needing to detach yourself from the certain aspect in your life. The next important date is going to be on the 15th of October. Now, the 15th of October, you are going to have a bit of a hermit mode here. There is no doubt about it. On the 15th of October, you're going to have a bit of a hermit mode. You're going to feel like you want to be like by yourself a little bit. You're going to feel like you want to take some time out. And you know what? It's like something is going to come to the surface. There is this insight you're going to have. Because, you know, when we have a hermit mode, you know, we just kind of start thinking about our life in a really deep way. We are thinking about all sorts of things, you know, we are thinking about all sorts of problems, you know, and this in itself helps us to reflect, you know, at the time when we feel so deep, because at the same time, it's not only about us like kind of feeling negative and deep, but it's more about what is going to come to the surface. This process is needed in order for you to kind of realize that there is something that you're not being honest with yourself. This hermit mode, you see, there is something that you are not being honest with yourself on the 15th of October. This is going to be like kind of, this is going to be part of this insight you're going to have. And there is something that you're going to realize that you're in self-denial about, you know, and it's to do with you needing to be honest with yourself. There is this particular person, one specific person, it's going to be on your mind. And the reason why this person is suddenly going to be on your mind, you're going to realize that that person is maybe hiding something from you. That person is maybe hiding something from you. And this is not the first time that this was or this has been on your mind. Only now you're going to feel this very strongly. Only now you will be able to understand what you didn't understand before. And this is due to this, you know, amazing energy, what the month of October is going to bring us, you know. You will realize that, you know, there is some kind of, this particular person is going to be on your mind, and you will know that you cannot trust to this person whatsoever. And it's to do something with money, and it's to do something with finances. So somebody is like kind of being dishonest with you about something that it's actually to do with money. So you really need to be smart here, you know, and sometimes in life, yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound like a dark lallish, but sometimes in life, yes, we do get maybe be disappointed with certain people. And sometimes in life what we also learn and we also realize that people change very quickly when it comes to money. You know, money changes people, and not in a good way necessarily, you know. So sometimes, sadly, people become really greedy, and people forget about all the emotions, and people forget about the goodness, you know, in the world, just because they're driven by money so much, you know. And it doesn't matter whether people are rich or people are not rich or whatever. The money just sometimes does tend to kind of bring the worst in people. So you need to be honest with yourself here, my gorgeous Capricornius, in order to protect yourself here. So it's to do with you realizing about this person, somebody's been dishonest with you, and it's to do with money. And and this in itself, you just kind of need to be, you need to accept this. You need to accept this because in order to protect yourself, there is something really specific you're going to need to do. And you're also going to need to have an important conversation with somebody about this as well, okay? This is important. And I repeat that you had this on your mind, my gorgeous Capricornius. You had this on your mind already. So it's just about you kind of being honest with yourself and doing something about it, because you will protect yourself, you will protect your energy, and you will protect your finances as well. Someone is being dishonest with you, and you need to come to the bottom of this indeed. The next important date is going to be on the 17th of October. This is brilliant. I absolutely love the 17th of October. Do you know why? Because you are going to be very, very happy on this particular day. You are going to have this accomplishment, and you are going to have this big reward, a big accomplishment on the 17th of October 2024. You know what? Even spiritually, this is going to enlighten you, my gorgeous Capricornius, because now at this moment in time you're also going to feel kind of free to do what you want to do. And of course this is important. So it's not only about this big achievement, it's not only about this big success, it's not only about this big reward here, but it's also about you kind of understanding now that you are free to do whatever you want to do. And this is why you are going to feel so happy. You know, you're gonna feel so happy that you will kind of like want to get in touch with people in your life, you know, those people that mean to you the most, and just share with them you know, this brilliant news, my gorgeous Capricornius. And this is why this is going to be so important. And later on, you know, on the 17th of October, it's just like it's gonna happen in such an amazing way when you're gonna see something on the 17th of October. Maybe you're gonna watch something on an internet, maybe you're gonna watch something on television, maybe you're gonna be outside somewhere, but there is somebody who is really going to impress you with something that they are doing. There is this particular person who you're gonna see on that particular day, and that particular person is really going to impress you with what they are doing, and it's going to kind of trigger this vision within you. Through that person you will understand completely what's missing in your life, and you're going to be thinking like, my God, I can't believe I went through all my life without doing this, or without trying this, or without finding out more about this, or about kind of like exploring more, you know. So this is going to be absolutely brilliant. The next important date is going to be on the 19th of October. On the 19th of October, my gorgeous Capricornius, you are really going to have a really exciting opportunity. On the 19th of October, you are going to have this really exciting opportunity. And this particular opportunity that you are going to have, you know, this in itself, it's going to be brilliant for your finances and your financial situation. But it's also to do with you kind of like, you know, understanding understanding that some kind of creative project is going to be very successful for you. Some kind of creative project is going to be very successful here for you, my gorgeous Capricornians. But just remember that there is going to be an exciting opportunity on the 19th of October, and this opportunity, it's really going to be so beneficial for your finances. But there is something really specific that you're gonna realize that you know. Clever Capricornians. There is something really interesting that you're gonna realize that you know here. Some kind of a knowledge, some you know, because this knowledge that you realize that you have, there is something specific that you're going to realize that you know. That particular knowledge, whatever this is, you need to pass on to those people that are very close to you, like your closest family members or your closest friends, or whoever you love, whoever you appreciate, who in your life, whoever you feel emotionally connected to. I strongly suggest to pass on what you know, because there is something really specific you're gonna find out, maybe how to make money or something like that. This is gonna be interesting, very interesting for you, because it's also at the same time to do with something you feel so creative about, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. Okay, the next important date is gonna be on the 20th of October. On the 20th of October, I do know that something is gonna kind of on the 20th of October, something that was, oh my God, worrying you. Something that was worrying you so much, my gorgeous Capricornians. Oh my God, you really are going to have such an unexpected, such a sudden and unexpected change here. So maybe I should have started like that. On the 20th of October 2024, I'm not being funny, but you are going to have the beginning of a sudden and a rather unexpected change in your life. And now the bottom line is that this is actually going to be good. This is going to be positive, and you're really going to be surprised, because you know it's to do. When it comes to that sudden and unexpected change, this is actually really positive. It's really good, and it's to do with a certain problem that was giving you headache. There was something that has been giving you headache, and something that you were persistently worrying about for the last 9 weeks. This is very personal to you. This is very important to you, and this is also to do with an element of your life that you do not want to open up to just about anybody. You only talk about this to like those like really closest to you, or maybe just to the one person, for example. So this is something that has been draining you for the last 9 weeks quite a lot. So when I say the beginning of a sudden and unexpected change in your life, you know, this is actually to do with this particular problem. Whatever this has been, you know, you're going to realize that that problem is actually going to come to an end. But there are certain options you are going to have. The beginning of a sudden and unexpected change. But the bottom line is that you are going to become aware of, and you're going to have certain options. Now you need to be smart. Now you need to be clever when it comes to these certain options you are going to have and you're going to become aware of, because you need to review these options very carefully. Okay, you need to review these options very carefully, and I can tell you, the second and the third time when you think about these options, there is something major gonna come to you. There is something major going to come to you. Okay, when it comes to these options, and what is gonna come to you, my gorgeous Capricornians, it's like, you know, you're gonna realize that it's to do with, like, if you are not trusting yourself at this stage of your life, when it comes to this, you know, this is not going to work out for you when it comes to these options. So what are you going to realize, that, my gorgeous Capricornians, that, you know, it is to do with you needing to go somewhere immediately to find out more about this sudden and unexpected changes when it comes to you reviewing these options carefully. I hope this is not too confusing. The moment in time when you're reviewing these options carefully, and it's not going to be obvious straight away, maybe second or a third time, you are going to realize something you didn't realize first time around. So that's why it's important to give a second look and third look, second go and a third go. And the second or a third time only, you're going to realize something you didn't realize before. And that's why you need to review your options very, very carefully, because you're going to realize that you're going to need to go somewhere really, really urgently within the next week or so. You will realize that you need to go somewhere urgently. You are indeed going to have an unusual but a really positive experience, really re-energizing experience. And there is almost like a mini adventure that is going to happen to you, where you are gonna realize major possibilities, like way bigger and way more important than you could have possibly imagined. And this is why it's so important to review your options, my gorgeous Capricornius, very carefully indeed, because what you're doing right now, you will be investing very wisely into things you should be investing in. And I mean this when it comes to your life, when it comes to your energy, and when it comes to doing the right thing, when it comes to this life in general. The next important date, it's going to be on the 23rd of October. On the 23rd of October, you are going to have a really interesting realization. And this interesting realization, it is to do with a certain person. And I really like this person, and perhaps this is like a younger spirit in your family, or like maybe younger spirit maybe when it comes to your friends. If you don't have a family, or you don't have a family members, I completely understand. Not everybody's family is alive, or certain people don't have family. Maybe this is showing like a certain person who is very close to you, but then again it's to do with a younger spirit. So whether this is somebody in your family, a younger person, or a younger spirit, or whether this is like your friend, a younger person, a younger spirit, you are going to have a really kind of interesting realization, because that particular person is going to say something, and that particular person is not going to kind of act in their own way. That particular person is going to act different. And you will know that something is wrong, something is not right, my gorgeous Capricornius. You will realize for some reason that this particular person on the 23rd of October is really kind of emotionally confused. This particular person is emotionally confused, and this particular person is having a very unrealistic attitude towards something. And this particular person is really draining their energy, and every day they're becoming more frustrated, and they are having this emotional confusion. They maybe have found themselves on the wrong path. And it happens to everybody. They have found themselves on the wrong path, and this particular person is like really wasting their energy towards something which is just never going to work for them. And it's just like kind of for a while it did work for them, because whatever this person has been doing, they have been enjoying themselves, and they've been going through something very, very difficult and very dark and very negative for a while, when that particular thing they were doing was helping them to go through. So whatever that person has been doing, at the time, it did kind of like help them a lot when it comes to them going through something very difficult. So at that time, that was absolutely brilliant, okay? So it's not all kind of lost. It's not all a kind of waste of time. No, baby, no. There was a reason why that person started doing whatever they started to do, because at the time it was needed for them to go through this in order to get a certain experience that they're gonna need later on, okay? So this may be confusing, but I'm sorry, but whatever this is, whoever this is, my gorgeous Capricornius, I hope you're gonna realize, I hope you're gonna talk to that person, And I hope that you're gonna explain to them. I hope you're gonna explain to them. When I say that, I hope you're gonna explain to them, it's like you will know exactly what to say. This is the thing here. Okay? You will light up that person's path. You are very connected to this person. You are connected. This could be your best friend. This could be a family member. This could be a child. Or a child of your partner. I don't know. You're extremely connected, you know. So this is somebody who you really care about. So go forward and talk to that person and tell them, because you will know immediately what that person should do. You will know immediately what that person should explore. So say to that person what's on your mind. My gorgeous Capricornians, this is going to be more important for both of you than you can possibly imagine. And when I say you're going to have something on your mind when it comes to that person going through that problem, this emotional confusion, you will know instantly, as soon as you become aware of this, what that person should be exploring. And don't hold this back whatsoever. And it's also to do with your experience, with your life experience, and with your knowledge, you know. So please pass it on to that person, because whatever is going to be on your mind that that person should be exploring, it's going to take only 10 months until this person has like a really nice little success out of it, you know. And this is going to mean to both of you so much. The next important date is going to be on the 25th of October. On the 25th of October, okay, you really are, I'm not being funny, but on the 25th of October, you are going to have a really significant life experience here. Okay, on the 25th of October, you are going to have a really significant life experience, okay? And this in itself means that you're going to realize that there are, there are certain changes that are going to need to be made, because this is a lot to do with a very powerful and unexpected revelation you are going to have. This very powerful and unexpected revelation you are going to have on this day. It's not only going to help you to break free, to liberate yourself, my gorgeous Capricornians, but it's also going to open your eyes towards what you should be tactical about. You will feel like, you will know, tact is necessary to maintain pace. You will not know exactly what to carry on being tactical with, but you're also going to know exactly, and you're also going to realize what do you need to reorganize, my gorgeous Capricornius, as well. You will realize what do you need to reorganize in your life, and that in itself is going to lead towards you making such an important decision on the 25th of October 2024. This decision is going to be so important, but it's also going to be really successful for you. On one hand, this decision is going to start the process of an ultimate change, but you're also going to find it so rewarding, my gorgeous Capricornius, in so many different ways, because there is, what's going to happen is over the next 2 or 3 years, you really are going to realize there is just so much more to do for you, in general, in life. You're going to find this ridiculously rewarding, and you're going to feel really, really proud of yourself. You're going to realize your own capabilities on this particular day, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. The next important date is going to be on the 27th of October. On the 27th of October, you see, this is to do with like you are going to need to take a risk here. It's very important for you to understand that on the 27th of October, you are going to need to take a risk. And before that risk happens, there is going to be very intense conversation you are going to have with somebody. There is going to be very important conversation, very intense conversation. And after that conversation, you are going to realize that there is this risk you're going to need to take. You need to take this risk, okay? Because this, if you don't take that risk, you're not going to be able to move forward with your life. Okay, so you will realize that there is some kind of a risk that you're going to need to take, and this is going to seem major, this is going to seem big. And if you do find yourself wondering whether I should take this risk or not, most certainly 1,000,000% yes, because that particular risk that you are going to take, it's also going to bring this awful challenge to an end. It's going to bring an awful challenge to an end, and then on another hand, it's going to give you a massive giant reason to celebrate, my gorgeous Capricornius, because your life is gonna turn around here. Honestly, this is gonna be in itself like a rather enlightening experience. So right now, this is gonna play a big role, as I said, when it comes to you moving forward with your life. Okay, so this is so big. The next important date, my gorgeous Capricornius, is going to be on the 29th of October. On the 29th of October, you're going to have another sign, but the sign that you're going to have on the 29th of October, it's going to make you aware of the fact that you need to bring balance into your life. Now it's time to bring balance, my gorgeous Capricornius, into your life. Maybe a lot is going to be going on around you in your life, and you're going to feel like, oh my God, maybe I need a little break and things like that. And here you're also going to have a certain glimpse, of like you certain glimpse and realizations of like, the certain people in your life. There are certain people that are going to come into your mind who you haven't seen in a while. Reconnect with those people. Reconnect the people that come to your mind on this particular day. Because once you reconnect with those people, you are going to realize which aspect of your life needs attention and care. Something really important you would otherwise miss out on. You will be reminded of something major here, my gorgeous Capricornius. The moment in time, you have maybe it's going to be just one person that you're going to remember who you haven't seen in absolute ages. And these are not going to be people who are kind of negative or horrible. It's just to do with a certain people whom we have lost like a connection with. Life takes us different ways, and things like that. And that doesn't mean that after the certain amount of time people cannot reconnect. So there is some kind of reconnection here also going to become obvious, some kind of a blast from the past that you should immediately reconnect with. Maybe this is going to be few people, or maybe it's just going to be one person, but it's important to get in touch with that person, because through that person you will be instantly reminded of something that you need to pay attention to, like almost straight away. And later on you would be like really kind of angry with yourself that you didn't kind of do anything about it, because somehow that would be revealed later on to you, that if you got in touch with that person, you would kind of you would be reminded of this like straight away, and then this would like kind of like really kind of frustrate you, because you weren't paying attention to your spirit. So this is why this is so important. So going back to you needing to bring balance into your life, you just need to kind of maybe focus on things that makes you feel good. Maybe go and spend some time in nature. I always say this, I know, but I am pretty much so like that myself. Every single time when I don't feel okay, I'm stressed, or I'm negative about something, I do tend to go to spend some time, in the forest, and I ground myself. Grounding, it's very important. I know it's really cold right now, but taking our shoes off and taking our socks off and just walking, barefoot is just so important for our balance. And I know it's really cold outside, but it's just, oh my God, there is no grounding like a grounding with us not having shoes on. It's us reconnecting with nature, but it's us re-energizing our way in a way that's absolutely necessary for us human beings, because we are wearing shoes like with a plastic sole and things like that, which is really bad for us. It's not good for us, and it's just kind of making making us to disconnect ourselves from nature, and each little bit counts when it comes to nature, when it comes to our third psychic eye, when it comes to our spirituality, when it comes to us understanding so much more about life, you know. So on another hand, we just get closer and closer and closer to our own self. So that way we grow, that way we progress in life, you know. So this is why you need to pay attention to which balance you need to bring back into your life. Maybe you need to spend more time with people. Maybe you need to spend more time with friends. Maybe you need to kind of, I don't know, exercise or something. Maybe you want to kind of like, maybe you're going to think like you want to spend more time with like-minded souls. Whatever comes to you, just focus on it, my gorgeous Capricornius. It's going to be very, very important indeed. But you're also going to realize on the 29th of October 2024, you are going to have a very kind of strange message, very strange information, and this is really going to surprise you, but you are going to realize what you really should not sacrifice, because you're going to realize on this particular day which sacrifice would be useless. You know, don't make this useless sacrifice. So this is what this strange message is going to be about. This message is going to be very strange, but the bottom line is what you're going to get out of it, what you're going to gain out of it, is to not to make useless sacrifice, okay? This is important because, you know, at the same time, this useless sacrifice would lead towards really, really unwise plans, and then that would lead towards you being distracted and you being confused, and that would lead towards you having lack of determination or direction for a while, and it's so unnecessary when all this can be avoided. So do not make this useless sacrifice, okay? It's important because you will go backwards, okay? So also worth to mention that, you know, just be as open-minded on this particular day as you possibly can. There is somebody very close to you, somebody who you normally talk to about your problems, who is gonna confirm to you what you think, and you are gonna be thinking that this is gonna be unwise, and this is at this stage of your life it's gonna be useless sacrifice, and this other person, somebody really nice, is gonna confirm this to you, and this is gonna mean to you so much because of the like-minded soul thinking in the same way. You know how important that can be sometimes when somebody just agrees with something that we are going through, that is emotionally affecting us. You know, it just brings that necessary balance where we see things literally crystal clear. So that gives us power to make the right decision, and confidence, you know, to make the right decision. The next important date, my gorgeous Capricornius, is going to be on the 30th of October. On the 30th of October, you are going to have a brilliant idea. On the 30th of October, you are going to have a brilliant idea, my gorgeous Capricornius, and this brilliant idea that you are going to have, it's really pretty much so to do with your knowledge, it's to do with things you know how to do, it's to do with your experience, and it's to do with something that comes so naturally to you. But that particular idea that you're gonna have, you're gonna feel extremely active about, and you are gonna need to kind of have some kind of negotiation before you take this idea on, okay? There is some kind of negotiation you're gonna have. If you heard about it, if you had this idea only months ago, if you heard about this negotiation only months ago, you would be like, no baby, no. You would be running in an opposite direction on miles, honestly. But now you are gonna start feeling extremely active, you know, extremely active. This is because this is going to be rewarding for you. This is because this is going to be rewarding for you, very rewarding for you, my gorgeous Capricornius. So this idea, you know, it's really kind of gonna lead not only towards like your, again, you know, towards your own, you know, personal evolution in life, but this idea it's also like kind of gonna bring the best out in you, especially when it comes to like you understanding that, you know, like exactly how quickly certain, you know, changes are actually going to take place. But also on another hand, so when it comes to timing, there are other things that are going to be revealed to you on this particular day, but this is all part of this thing, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. But also on the 30th of October, you know that there is some kind of like it's something that you've been waiting for, like for example, but it's like in terms of justice. So this is either again to do with like some kind of a court case, or it's to do with something really important you've been waiting for, or you have been waiting for somebody to make a really important decision for you, and you just couldn't do anything about it. It was on somebody else to decide. I'm so glad to say this, whether this was a court case or whatever this was, something is going to work in your favor. Something is going to work in your favor, and it's going to be amazing. I know that you're going to feel like so happy. Again, you're going to feel like, oh my God, thank God, because it's to do with something that you were naturally worrying about. So something is going to work in your favor, but also at the same time, my gorgeous Capricornius, if you do kind of want to start some kind of important process, something legal or something like that, the 30th of October would be absolutely brilliant for it. Okay, the 30th of October will be absolutely brilliant for it. Anything legal or anything important or anything with like kind of like anything that's to do with a signature, anything that's to do with like you may be starting some kind of a contract or something like that, anything official. If you do it on this day, you know, good luck is indeed going to be on your side, because you know you are going to benefit a lot from the power of the number 8. Number 8 is going to be connected to this particular day a lot, and number 8 is a lucky number when it comes to planning, when it comes to official things, when it comes to important things, you know, and things like that. So this is something that I really need you to pay attention to. And also when it comes to the 31st of October 2024, my gorgeous Capricornius, I want to say something to you. Divine intervention is about to take place. Divine intervention, it's about to take place on the 31st of October 2024. On this particular day, this is going to be a strange day. This is going to be an unusual day. This is going to be such a bizarre day from the beginning, you know, from the beginning. But this strangeness, it's like really gonna have a completely different effect and impact on you, on your life, on your body, and on your spirit, because this energy, this strange energy, it's actually going to have a completely opposite impact on you to what it would have on the other signs. I know, and that means that you are gonna, this energy is gonna contribute towards you actually coming out, you know, stepping out of your comfort zone, and you are going to realize that there is something that you need to look, you're going to realize what do you need to look deeper into. You will realize on this day what do you need to look deeper into, my gorgeous Capricornius, and you are going to realize whatever this is, whatever that you need to look deeper into, has also been causing you to be unable and unwilling to make decisions, you know, and this has been causing you to not to be able to follow your own heart, you know. So this is why you need to be so honest with yourself here again. It's not only about you stepping out of your comfort zone. It's not only about you realizing what you need to look deeper into here, my gorgeous Capricornius, but it's also about you maybe realizing that you are maybe pretending that there is no problem with something that there is clearly problem with. And that's why you need to be honest with yourself here. And you also need to put yourself first. Put yourself first, my gorgeous Capricornius. You have to follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. Because you have to put yourself as a number one here. This is just so important, you have no idea. All these realizations that you are going to have are going to, again, be so important for you on another hand, because you will know what you must not overanalyze. And you are going to realize that there is a very important conversation that you're going to need to have, you and some other people. Okay, so you're going to realize that there is an important conversation that you are going to need to have, you and some other people, because now you are going to open your eyes, and you are also going to realize that now it's time to make an absolutely major move, major step. This is to do with things that you have been planning for such a long time. This is to do with, it's got lots of elements of certain things that you have been going through a very long time ago. It's the certain lifestyle you used to have a very long time ago. And all these glints are going to start coming back to you. I'm not saying that you're going backwards. I'm not saying that you're going to go into your past. But I'm just saying that this stage in between have been so important. You're a completely different person to what you were back then, and I'm talking about a very long time ago. All this is gonna bring such a big moment of reconnection, where you're gonna realize that there is something major, big step you will do, something you wanted to do in absolute ages. It's a lot to do with this desire also, like to recover what's lost, and you're gonna realize this is not lost. It's just apparent. It's down to you. It's literally down to you, and this is why you're gonna feel like you want to have this gathering or a meeting or something where you're going to talk to a few other people, and you're going to announce them something, you're going to let them know what exactly you're trying to do here. This is going to be so big, my gorgeous Capricornius, but it's also the beginning of such a beautiful stage in your life. The reason why I think brachiated jasper is so powerful, purely because of its ability to instantly, and I mean that, instantly awaken you. Why? Because when you wear this absolutely stunning and ever so powerful crystal, when you wear this, it helps you to reconnect with yourself, and that in itself, helps you to see not what you necessarily don't see or what you necessarily don't know, but it helps you to be honest with yourself, with things that you need to do in life in order to get where you want to get. Because every now and then in life, we do tend to kind of stumble upon, things. We tend to, deal with certain problems and certain things in life that can naturally slow us down. But sometimes it really depends on this level of problems we actually have, how productive we are going to be. Because what we need to remember in this life, we need to keep going, we need to keep moving forward. We need to keep on being productive. We need to keep on being creative. And this is so important when it comes to our essence, when it comes to our spirit, when it comes to our souls. And sometimes people just kind of give in. Sometimes people give in, and this is why this powerful pendant, a brachiated jasper, it's playing a really big role when it comes to all these, my gorgeous people. And that's why I'm saying that it has got a power to actually awaken you immediately, and to do in life what you need to do, to follow your own path, to follow your own passion. This in itself, it's important even when it comes to like this powerful pendant being able to re-energize you instantly. It's fantastic when it comes to strength, when it comes to confidence, when it comes to vitality. It's absolutely brilliant when it comes to protection in general, because it's also rather powerful when it comes to absorbing negative energies in general. And this is and it's especially brilliant when it comes to, like, for example, you maybe being surrounded by the certain people that are very negative, that are very down, that are kind of draining energy, you know, in general. So this is why it's brilliant, in particular when it comes to the specific people or even specific situations, you know, in life, just draining your energy so much. Because when our energy is drained, then we do not kind of respond to some really important situations in life the way we should respond to, you know. And this is why, because we tend to hold back a really important aspect of ourselves. And that's why this bracelet Jasper, it's so brilliant. So because it helps you to kind of get your own essence out there, to be such a more powerful spirit in general, by not holding yourself back, you know, in this life, on this journey. So this in itself, it's also remarkable, you know, to where when it comes to you maybe finding yourself on a certain crossroads in life, okay, but also when it comes to you just needing something, you know, to kind of be more decisive as well at the same time. So this is why I get so excited about bracelet Jasper, because it's got just so many benefits that are ever so important for like a wide variety of people. I absolutely love it. And look how beautiful it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really hope that you can see how beautiful this pendant actually is. This red color, it's absolutely out of this world. And I can tell you, my gorgeous people, just by holding this like this already, I feel like, you know, I'm really kind of opening up spiritually. I can literally feel the energy re-energize me, like literally instantly. And this is why it's so important, you know, to have this pendant. And the more you kind of wear this, the more intuitive you're going to become. And this is why I absolutely love this gorgeous pendant. And I really hope you are going to realize how beneficial this is actually going to be for your life in general, or maybe for, you know, those people in your life who mean to you the most, who you would like to maybe buy or get this pendant for. For example, this gorgeous pendant comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this pendant, my gorgeous people, is going to be as usual in the description below. I'm also going to pin the actual link on top of the comments section. But yes, so this is what I really highly recommend you to get. You see, lots of people don't realize how powerful blue topaz actually is, especially when it comes to activating your third psychic eye. Yes, lots of people do not realize how significant and how powerful blue topaz actually is, because once we activate our third psychic eye, we start to understand things we never understood before. We kind of elevate ourselves both spiritually and mentally as well. This in itself, it's ever so important when it comes to understanding so much about ourselves in general, understanding so much about this life in general. You know, it really helps you to go through and to go forward in life with a completely kind of deeper, with a completely different understanding, much deeper, much more spiritual, much more serene when it comes to things that have been kind kind of bringing you down, when it comes to things that have been scaring you, when it comes to things that have been draining your energy in general, all this stops when you wear blue topaz. Why? Because you see things differently. And because it activates your third psychic eye. You elevate yourself to the point where you see literally every single aspect in your life in a completely different light. So why is this so important? Well, it's important when it comes to you progressing in life and making the most out of life, but it's also ever so important when it comes to you protecting your precious energy. It helps you to protect your precious energy as well, and this is why it's so significant. I mean, look at this. Absolutely stunning, my gorgeous people. And this is a handmade sterling silver bracelet. Okay, handmade sterling silver gate bracelet. It's 7.5 inches long and it's 10 millimeter wide, so that is quite wide. And of course, this is like a really high quality blue topaz crystalline, and this is something that I would highly recommend you to wear, my gorgeous people. And blue topaz also allow you to channel your inner wisdom and find a perfect pathway to successful opportunities, and to be quite honest with you, like anyone who wears this will embrace will embrace their authentic self and trust, you will trust your own power, and you will most certainly, do things in life that are gonna bring you success in general. You tend to make the right decisions when you wear these powerful crystals. So whether these decisions are like when it comes to your life in general, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your success, when it comes to your career, when it comes to money, it does help you quite a lot, to make the right decision, because it grounds you. It grounds you in a really specific way. Can you imagine how powerful this crystal is when on one hand it activates your third psychic eye, therefore you elevate, you become so spiritual like never before, but then on another hand it's also very powerful when it comes to grounding at the same time, when it comes to you recentering yourself at the same time. And this is why, because you don't worry about things that you shouldn't be worrying about, and very often as well people don't realize how draining this is on our overall energy, and we are not able to get in our life, to the certain stage, as quick as we actually could. So it really is ever so important when it comes to you realigning yourself like instantly as soon as you put this on, my gorgeous people. I really highly suggest you to get this beautiful blue topaz handmade bracelet for yourself, or you can buy it for somebody else. If you think that somebody else can benefit from it, why wouldn't you buy it for them? It's absolutely beautiful. And the link to buy this gorgeous bracelet, my gorgeous people, it's going to be in the description below, or I'm also going to pin the actual link on top of the comment section as well. But it is a rather beautiful bracelet, and of course I only have few of these in stock now.